give the command to start engines is Yellawood 5-Star Heroes honorary starter Lulu Gribben, Yellawood CEO Mark Callender, and representatives of the company's network of over 5,000 dealers. Take it away!
Drivers, start your engine! It's a special relationship between drivers and spotter. It's built on trust. A driver cannot see more than 2 rows behind him or in front of him. And at 200 miles an hour, these guys are going to tell the driver, go into a spot or don't go into it. There cannot be hesitation if you're going to have success. You can win a race with that move, or you can be in a big crash. But you have to be willing to make it, and you have to trust the guys up here. And remember, all of that is going on, and we are 3/4 of a mile from turn 3. These guys actually have to use binoculars to see over there. This is going to be a huge challenge for everybody. When we come back, we're going to go green, and we can see who's going to do it best.
There was overnight rain and 500. Great to have you with us, folks. Lee Diffie, Jeff Bird and Steve Letard, ready for a fun afternoon here in Alabama. You know, Jeff, it's uncommon for Talladega to be happening this late in the racing year, but one thing that hasn't changed is the challenge, the immense challenge of this place. Articulate for the folks at home just the insanity of this place.
Well, first of all, you want to win here in the worst way because of all the people that have won here and what it means, and then you put yourself in this race car, and you know when you sit in there, there's a good chance you're going to be in a wreck. So it takes a special kind of person to say, okay, just don't start the wreck, but let's go and be aggressive and go make something happen and try to find our way to the win. It is a unique experience, and I'm going to tell you, I wasn't nervous before many races, but this one I was.
I can only imagine. Stevie, you know how I said it's late in the year? Well, it's never been run in the round of 8. As we show you the points at the moment, with 2 races to go before we get to the championship 4, how much more does that ratchet up the pressure?
Well, it's all on the line. This is what they've worked all year for, is to have this championship opportunity. Hamlin's advanced, 7 other drivers continue. It's a who's who of the garage area. You wonder how stacked it is? Those 4 drivers below, they've won 20 speedway races. They've won 8 times here at Talladega, 3 Daytona 500. So anyone on that list who thinks they're safe other than Hamlin, they've apparently never seen a race here at Talladega because anything can happen.
All right, well, let's take you inside. Let's dial up the driver of the 22. Let's hear from Joey Logano.
Hey, Joey, it's the guys in NBC booth. You with us?
Yes, I got you.
Well, he's starting 16th. Tell us how aggressive you're going to be to try to get stage 1 points.
I think in our position, we got to get points. You get there 15, 20 different ways to do that. So, yeah, we've got to work our plans the best we can, see what's going on in front of us, what's going on behind us, and work the strategy to best to position ourselves in the front when it matters in the stages.
Well, you've been really good about having good races here. Tell us what the skill set is and why are you so good?
I think it takes an army, just like every other track. This is a lot more of a chess match, a lot more of a thinking person's game. So we got to be able to have some teamwork as well, and got to get the spotter up there in the roof at Coleman, and got to get team down in the pits to execute what we got to do.
Good luck, buddy. Thanks for letting us ride along.
All right, thank you.
Good to hear from Joey Logano. We wish him well. Let's check out the starting grid today, brought to you by Yellawood. What has changed in a year for Michael McDowell? Well, nothing. He was on the pole here 12 months ago. And yes, the veteran sits in the #1 position again alongside the highest placed playoff driver in Chase Briscoe. Kyle Busch, great to see him up on the second row, and that's his best qualifying since Michigan earlier this year. He starts alongside Austin Cindric. Row 3, Ryan Preece. He finished second here back in the sprint before a disqualification, and Josh Berry. Christopher Bell, along with fellow playoff driver Ryan Blaney, who's got his back against the wall here today. Can he come out of that? And a really good qualifying from Riley Herbst on the 5th row with his teammate, Bubba Wallace. Marty, what you got?
Lee, just a moment ago, Dale Jarrett said if there's one driver who's in a must-perform situation today, it is indeed Ryan Blaney, who you just mentioned. I asked Blaney, what do you like to be at these super speedway races? He said, I've always been more comfortable leading and controlling the race, especially at the end of the race, where it's my decision whether to throw a block or not. I don't want to leave that up to someone else. That's the question, though, at the end of the race today, Jeff. Who is willing to work with Team Penske and who is not? Team Penske's on the ropes. A win today would put him into the championship for Phoenix.
All right, let's get back to the start lineup. Row 6, Alex Bowman, Cole Custer. Both looking for the first wins of the season. Row 7, William Byron, the playoff driver. Chris Buescher won at Daytona in the summer 2023. Row 8, 4 wins combined in this row. Tyler Reddick and Joey Logano. Row 9, an all JGR row. Denny Hamlin and Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs looking for his first career win. Row 10, Kyle Larson. Never won a drafting style race, and Brad Keselowski, 6 career wins at Talladega. Kim Kunis with Denny Hamlin's team.
Well, last week's victory at Vegas marked Denny Hamlin's 60th career Cup win, and it locked him into the championship four. So, what does that mean for the 11 team today? This morning, I talked with crew chief Chris Gale, who told me nothing but winning today can do them any good. They've got the freedom to play with whatever strategy they need to win the race. He also noted if they were to go to victory lane today, it would keep someone below the cut line from locking into the championship, which could benefit their JGR teammates.
Thank you, Kim. Back to the starting lineup in row 11. Austin Dillon and Justin Haley. Justin Haley announced this year won't be back with Spire, looking for a good run. Row 12, Zane Smith and Ross Chastain. Chastain went back here in 2022. He knows how to do it. A playoff driver in row 13. We have Chase Elliott and Daniel Suarez. Row 14, we have Todd Gilliland. He'll start next to John Hunter Nemechek. Back in row 15, we have Ty Dillon and Eric Jones. Dave.
Steve, let's slide back up to row 10 in the 19th starting position. That is Kyle Larson. Jeff mentioned it, never won on a drafting style track. So he was asked about it this week. Hey, what do you think it would feel like? What would it be in victory lane if you finally won one of these? He goes, I used to think it wouldn't be that big a deal. Anyone can win on a drafting style track. Well, now that it's been years and years of trying, I kind of think it would be big. And of course, it'd be huge because he'd be the next entrant into the championship four if he wins here today.
Good stuff, Dave. Oval performances are getting better and better for SVG. Shane Van Gisbergen. He starts on row 16 with Carson Hocevar. A row behind is Austin Hill, who's had a good week.